Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I'm Malia Bryant. Special welcome to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com. Here's what we have in the bulletin. Shooting at Big Wall Carnival after party leaves 3 injured. Cornwall Regional Hospital completion in sight for current financial year. And later in sports, Olympian discus thrower Chad Wright produces career best to move to 11 in world performance list. Now the details. The promoters of Big Wall have described as unfortunate a shooting incident at its carnival after party at the police officers' club last night. This led to the abrupt ending of the event. Now 3 people were injured in an altercation involving podcaster Jeffrey, also known as Midday Richards, who remains in custody and in hospital. Our reporter Anthony Lugg has been following this story.
So here at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center, production teams are pulling down sections of the stage, signaling the end to what should have been a celebratory end to Carnival. But this afternoon, the focus is now on the violence which unfolded here at the venue. Reports indicate that sometime after 9:30, the after party turned chaotic when 30-year-old content creator J.D. Richards, otherwise called Jeffrey, went to the restroom and was confronted by a man unknown to him. Now, investigators say the situation quickly escalated with a group of men attacking Richards before gunshots broke out inside the venue, sending patrons scampering for cover. Now, when the shooting ended, 3 men were left suffering from gunshot wounds. This includes Richards, a bystander, as well as another man who's said to be an entertainer. Now, Richards is in hospital under police guard, while another man said to be a music producer who is also a licensed firearm holder is in custody. Now, so far, 2 weapons have been seized as the police try to determine what exactly unfolded and what led to the shooting. Now, we will be tracking this story, we will be speaking with law enforcement, and we also be speaking with some eyewitnesses and will be providing details later this evening at 7 in Primetime News.
And his name is J.D. Richards. To other news, most of the garbage emanating from yesterday's road march has been cleared. Even with large crowds, cleanup teams collected cups, packaging and other waste along the parade route. Organizers have been under pressure to manage the waste created during carnival events in Jamaica. NSWMA Executive Director Audley Gordon says unlike previous years, there was better coordination among all stakeholders.
Yes, we are very happy with the way things went with Carnival 2026. Leading up to the Carnival, we did have several meetings where we requested garbage collection plans from those people who hosting events, including the big bands. Most of them complied and things worked right according to plan. We were on the road before, during and after the event, and at daybreak, the morning after, we had clean streets.
The Nurses Association of Jamaica has raised urgent concerns about working conditions in public health facilities across the country. Now, the issue was highlighted during a recent high-level meet and greet with Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness.
President of the Nurses Association of Jamaica, Dawn Marie Richards, says nurses continue to face increasing levels of verbal abuse on the job. She stressed that many incidents are not recognized by the public as abuse, despite their emotional impact on staff.
A patient walks into an A&E department that has 100 people before them, and they want to be cared for now. A patient is sitting in an A&E, and that is why the A&E departments are moving away from general patients. They will be in the A&E for a back pain they had 3 weeks ago. A motor vehicle accident takes place in a bus and 5 children come in. You are no longer priority, you know. The priority now becomes the persons who are injured and needs to be assisted.
While acknowledging patient frustration, she said no level of abuse should be considered acceptable in care settings. The association emphasized that this pressure is contributing to burnout and staffing strain across hospitals.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has a complaints mechanism in place, and I always say if the internal customer was to complain about the external customer, they would have too much work to do. We are physically, we are mentally, we are not going to even talk about verbally abused. If I ever tell you some things that people who say them sick tell me, yes, very abusive, and not to mention the relatives.
She calls on the government to strengthen protections and promote greater respect for healthcare workers.
All the nurses bear the spirit of Mary C. Cole, someone who is going out of their way to help the patient, which essentially says that you are caring even when it is to your discomfort.
Yes.
You understand human suffering and you're patient with your patients. But in today's circumstances, where resources are limited, the ethos of the society may be different.
Shamila Pullen, TVJ News.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the government is targeting completion of the Cornwall Regional Hospital within the current financial year. Addressing a press briefing recently, he says work on the hospital's new accident and emergency center is progressing steadily.
The intention is to try and open that A&E by mid-year, June, July, and re-engage that facility, free up Mount Salem Clinic to restore it as a health center. It's a bigger facility. We have obviously more modern with equipment, so it's going to take a lot of pressure off the current A&E.
As recovery continues following losses from Hurricane Melissa, Dr. Tufton says the hospital now has almost 300 beds, up from fewer than 150.
On the wait time for beds, not eliminate the burden because A&E is still under some pressure. I'm told on average you have between 30 and 50 persons sometimes waiting, and the team at A&E would provide treatment even while they wait. There are stretchers in A&E.
In the meantime, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the ministry continues to face challenges replacing the 27 Cuban specialist doctors and nurses at the Cornwall Regional Hospital.
Their role was to fill gaps that we have that we could not fill with locals because locals were not available. And the challenge continues to be how to fill those slots. So we've had a few replacements for those specific roles, but we do have challenges in radio therapy in the oncology suite where 4 positions are vacant and you can't find locals, and so we have to know and are making provisions to bring those persons in.